Hello, I'm Steve Weber, the host of Essential Book Drop. We're featuring our top 3 new releases that you can see and download at essentialbookdrop.com. Happy Saturday, everyone. It's October 25th, 2025. With me, as always, is my co-host and my bookworm sidekick, Cassandra. Good morning, Cass.
Good morning. Really looking forward to this. We've got some great reads to dive into today.
Absolutely. Let's jump right into our source material for this deep dive. First up, we have something, well, incredibly important. Finding My Way by Malala Yousafzai. Genre-wise, it's a memoir, specifically memoirs of social activists.
Right. And, it's crucial. We handle this one with real respect. It's about struggle, personal hardship.
Definitely. So the sources are pretty clear. This is, quote, not the story you think you know.
Exactly. Malala's been this icon for so long, hasn't she? A symbol. We kind of met her on the world stage at 15 after that horrific Taliban attack.
And then youngest Nobel Prize laureate ever in 2014, just 17. A Pakistani activist for female education, human rights. It's a huge public image.
Huge. And I think that's the core theme here, the main struggle she talks about. Moving beyond that one image, that one defining moment.
Yeah, because it's easy, isn't it, for us as readers to just see the hero, the advocate. But this memoir is about the person behind that.
Mm-hmm. The sources really emphasize that. The challenge of, just building a normal life after trauma that the whole world knows about.
When everyone defines you by, your biggest win or your darkest moment, how do you figure out who you actually are? Especially away from the cameras, in a world that feels totally unfamiliar.
That's the journey, right? The narrative arc the book traces sounds incredibly human, from being a loner in high school because of who she was.
Right, defined by that one thing.
To becoming, and the notes actually use the phrase reckless college student, which I love. It shows she was pushing back.
Pushing against those expectations.
Yeah.
And it's the vulnerability that makes it work, it sounds like.
Oh, totally. We're talking about someone who, dealt with global leaders, spoke at the UN, and yet the memoir shares these really messy human bits.
What? The notes mentioned some specifics.
Yeah, nearly failing exams. Can you imagine?
Seriously. Wow. Okay, that makes her feel real.
And getting ghosted. Actual dating problems.
No way.
Yes. These are the things that, connect the global icon back to just being a person. It collapses that distance.
Finding the love of her life is in there too, but alongside the awkwardness of dating and university stress. That's powerful.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? About role models. They aren't perfect. They're just people trying to figure things out after, extraordinary things happen to them.
So it raises that big question. How much of you belongs to your past trauma?
Mm-hmm.
How much can you actually reclaim? She apparently struggled for years with that. Public Malala versus the person she wanted to become.
And that's the significance, I think. Her saying, no, I won't just be the girl who was attacked or just the Nobel winner. It shows the hard work, the mental work it takes to write your own story.
To find that freedom, to figure out who you are. So the notes suggest if you connected with something like Michelle Obama's becoming that struggle with public versus private, finding yourself beyond the labels.
Then this is definitely one for you to check out. It's really intimate. About destiny, authenticity, all that daily grind to just be yourself.
Yeah, it really makes you consider the pressure on young activists. How do they grow up when they've had to be this perfect image from such a young age?
Yeah, it's a really moving look at growth. Serious stuff.
Okay, wow. That was powerful. And sometimes after a discussion with that kind of weight, you need a total shift, a palate cleanser.
Agreed. Let's pivot. Hard pivot. Time for something lighthearted, maybe a bit funny.
Yes, please. Let's move into Love Deep by Louise Bay. This one is pure small-town romance.
Okay, buckle up. The sources promise fun here. High stakes, high humor.
So our heroine, let's set her up. She's built this very controlled life, right? Easy, manageable, drama-free, governed by a to-do list.
A 3-item list. Love it.
Uh-uh.
Keep the 8-year-old daughter happy. Check.
Keep the elementary school job.
And number 3, the crucial one. Keep her dream of being a full-time artist.
Locked up tight. Hidden away.
Yeah, and the sources make it clear that dream is her vulnerable spot. She chose stability over passion, which, super relatable for a lot of single parents, right?
Totally. But then, conflict arrives in the form of one Fisher Wright, who apparently just strolls into Star Falls.
The grumpy Brit. Gotta love that trope.
Describe him for us. The notes were pretty specific.
Okay, so tall, charming, British, obviously, and dangerously attractive. The notes literally suggest a hazmat suit might be needed.
Huh. Okay. And he's not sticking around.
Nope, only there for 8 weeks, just temporary, helping some big music star record an album.
Ah, okay. And the 8-week deadline, that's romance gold right there.
Totally. Instant urgency, built-in ticking clock. You know things are going to move fast because they have to. It amps up that slow burn.
So how does it progress? Starts innocently enough.
Yeah. Harmless, flirty conversation, maybe over coffee. Then, wine on the porch.
Leads to stolen kisses.
And then, boom. Actual feelings. The messy kind. The life-complicating kind that threatens her whole stable setup.
Because the obstacles are real, right? Not just manufactured drama.
Oh, yeah. Big ones. He's New York, career-focused there. She's small town, school, daughter.
Long distance is tough enough.
But add a kid, stakes go way up. This isn't just two adults messing around. It's about responsibility versus this whirlwind romance.
Okay, so we've seen this dynamic. Single mom, sunshine, grumpy Brit. It works. But what makes this one feel fresh? Is it just the chemistry?
Well, the chemistry is probably great, but the sources point to something specific he does. His secret plan.
Ooh, a secret plan. Intriguing.
Right. He doesn't just want to date her. He secretly starts working to get her art, the dream she locked away, remember? In front of, like, Manhattan art people, the elite.
Whoa. Okay, that's actually really swoon-worthy.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
He sees her. Not just the mom, not just the teacher. He sees the artist she buried.
And he actively champions that part of it. That's the dream, right? Someone who helps you unlock yourself.
Exactly. It shows he's invested beyond just the 8 weeks. He's willing to shake things up, either his life or hers, to make space for a future.
So you get the small-town charm, the big city guy, the single mom, the grumpy Brit, that ticking clock.
Yeah, it sounds like it hits all the right notes for romance readers who want high stakes, deep feelings, and probably some steamy moments too. Irresistible.
Okay, fun. Romance can definitely be fun and steamy. Now let's shift one more time. The weather's turning. We need something cozy. Holiday season is coming.
Perfect timing. And this next one is great because it features protagonists who are a bit older, which is frankly refreshing and needed. We're diving into One December Morning by Emma Davies, holiday romance.
Nice. Okay, tell us about our lead. Peg, she's 55.
And the sources say she's been lonely for as long as she can remember. Just paints a picture, doesn't it?
It does. And we meet her stuck in traffic. Bad traffic. Snowy day. Just trying to get home to her cottage in the Cotswolds. Sounds cozy but stressful.
Quintessentially British setup, right? Snowy chaos, but the destination is a tumble-down cottage. Perfect. But then the traffic just stops. Dead stop.
Ah, the meet-cute catalyst.
Exactly. Low-key. Totally believable. She strikes up a conversation with the guy in the next car, Henry, and they share, get this, a homemade mince pie and a flask of hot tea.
Stop it. That is weapons-grade cozy. Forget grand gestures. That's romance.
Isn't it just so authentic? And Henry sounds lovely, towering, chats easily, wears a navy waffle knit jumper, threadbare at the elbows.
Details. Love it.
Tortoiseshell glasses pushed back in his curly dark hair. And crucially, he makes Peg laugh.
Ah, the laugh. That's the spark. The moment she realizes things could maybe be different.
Yes, it cracks open that solitude she's been in. But Henry's got his own stuff going on, which makes it feel real, you know, not just fairy tale Christmas magic.
Midlife complications. What's his deal?
Well, he's single, good start, but he's on his way to, and I quote, grit his teeth through the forced jollity of Christmas with the family.
Oh, we've all been there.
Haven't we? Specifically dreading his insufferably perfect daughter-in-law who lives in the next village.
Okay, that grounds it immediately. The awkward family holiday obligation. So relatable.
Totally. It's not some wild plot twist. It's just life.
Yeah.
Navigating family stuff when you're older.
So they're connecting, sharing mince pies and tea in this moment. And then, don't tell me.
Yep. Just as things are getting good, the traffic starts moving.
No. Cruelest trick ever.
Right. They get pulled apart before they can swap numbers or anything, leaving it all just hanging there.
So the agony, but also the plot engine. Now there has to be a chase, a search.
Exactly. And the really significant thing here, like you said, is the age of the protagonists, 55. It's romance that reflects older readers' lives, showing that finding love, having that spark, it doesn't have an age limit.
That's so important. Like the holiday, maybe, but cozier, more Cotswolds, and with characters who feel more seasoned by life.
Precisely. Real Christmas magic, but rooted in those messy, complicated midlife realities. It's a reminder that wanting connection, being vulnerable, that never really goes away.
Sounds like the perfect book to curl up with when it gets cold.
Absolutely. Just needs a warm drink and the promise of a happy ending for two people who really seem to deserve one.
Okay, so we've gone from global activism and reclaiming identity to a high-stakes, small-town romance with an expiring deadline, all the way to a cozy, midlife, meet-cute in a snowstorm. Quite the range.
It really is. But, thinking about it, there's maybe a common thread, isn't there? Malala's memoir, The Single Mom Finding Her Art Again, Peg finding connection later in life.
What are you thinking?
Well, it seems like they're all about this search for freedom in a way. Freedom to define yourself, shape your own future, whether it's escaping the world's expectations or the boxes you put yourself in.
Or just escaping loneliness.
Exactly. They're all stories about reclaiming who you are or who you still want to become, no matter your age or circumstances.
That's a fantastic point. Deep dive mission definitely accomplished. Well, thanks for joining us today. And if you want to take a look at any of these books, visit us at essentialbookdrop.com, and you'll have all the links right there. We'll do it again tomorrow.
Farewell.
Until then, keep on opening new worlds with great new books. And whatever you do, remember this. When you read,
Your mind becomes its own kingdom.